one and all present here. So today we are here to talk about the Indian Parliament. What is a parliament? A parliament is a conglomeration of representatives elected to form the government. The citizens of the country takes part in voting process, and during voting they elect their representatives. After the representatives are assigned different types of ministers in the parliament, the role of the parliament starts. Our Indian parliament has two houses called Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Why do we need a parliament in our country? The need for the parliament in our country arises due to various reasons, such as we require it for lawmaking, we require it as all centers of democratic political. It also helps the people of the country in holding the representatives accountable. Let's begin the parliament. Thank you.
Honorable Member, Honorable Speaker.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलसि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे जय 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 हे।
Jai Hind. We welcome you to first mock parliament session. Honorable members, we are confident that your contribution would be very fruitful to both the House and the country. Secretary General.
Honorable Speaker and honorable members. The agenda of the House is as follows. Affirmation by the new member of the House, question hour, calling attention notice, Farmers Bill, debate on a new education policy bill, passing of the new education policy bill. Ms. Zoya, who stands elected from the Kolkata South constituency, now take oath or affirmation. Ms. Zoya, please. Madam, would you like to take oath or affirmation? In which language would you like to take?
English. I am Kumari Zoya Firdaus, having been elected a member of the Youth Parliament, do swear in the name of God that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India, and that I will discharge the duty upon which I am about to enter. Jai Hind.
Honorable members, we are confident that your contribution would be very fruitful to both the House and the country. Prime Ministers may introduce new ministers to the House.
Honorable Speaker, it is my pleasure to introduce to you, Honorable House, our new Minister, Kumari Amina, Minister of Education Skill Development. Shri Vipin Vishwas, Minister of Law and Justice. Kumari Geeta MS, Minister of Culture and Tourism.
The question hour begins.
We now move on to question hour. Question number 101, Ms. Harshita.
Honorable Speaker, it's good to see that our country progressing with a high speed. We see that automobile industry are multiplying their production, especially the two-wheeler sector. Today it has become necessity to have two-wheeler whether you live in a urban or rural community. My question is to the Honorable Petroleum Minister. Why there was a continuous rise in the petrol price, which is a basic necessity for the citizens?
Yes, Minister of Petroleum, Ms. Saida Amina, please.
Honorable Speaker, first of all, I think the Honorable to recognize that the country is progressing. Let me put it straightly. In order to push crude prices up amid lower demand, OPEC, Organization of Petrol Exporting Countries and Allies, including Russia, had cut the oil production by 9.7 million barrels per day in May 2020. To further boost price, that the Saudi Arabia had also decided to cut the oil production by 1 million barrels per day. Our government has urged oil producers to ease the cut on crude oil so that price-sensitive Indian consumer get relief on fuel fund. Secondly, we are dependent on the imports and have no control over international market. We expect in your near future that we could find a new solution for the crisis, and we also invite your suggestion if you have any. Our aim, the security, safety and the welfare of our Indian citizens.
Question number 102, Ms. Ashwini.
Madam Speaker, India's unemployment rate has skyrocketed to a staggering 27.1% since the beginning of the lockdown. An estimated 12.2 crores of people have lost their jobs due to the COVID-19 pandemic. There have been several instances where employees either lost their jobs or faced massive pay cuts. My questions to the Minister of Labour and Employment is, what are the steps being taken by the government to overcome the unemployment problems and provide employment to the unemployed?
Minister of Skill Development, Ms. Bunda.
Respected Madam, we are concerned with rising unemployment due to COVID pandemic. Our government has taken a number of unprecedented steps, including for migrant workers across India. Labour falls in the concurrent list and therefore both state and central government can legislate on the issues. Even in our budget 2025-26, we have made digital data and technology as the core of 6 pillars of growth to fuel India's Atmanirbhar vision.
Question number 103, Ms. Dimpana.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, we are not able to understand the divide and rule policies of the ruling government. My question is why the reservation policy is not extended to engineering and other undergraduate and postgraduate medical courses. The government talks of one nation, one education. We demand one nation, one reservation for all. I need answer, Madam Speaker.
Minister of Social Justice, Ms. Iram.
Honorable Speaker, the All Indian Quota AIQ was introduced in 1986 under the direction of Supreme Court to provide for the domicile-free merit-based opportunities for the students to the good study in a good medical college located in another state. Madam Speaker, right to education is a fundamental right of every citizen and no one should be deprived of it. Depending on availability of seats and quotas and other stream, we would take further decision in coming days.
Question number 104, Ms. Wahinika.
Madam Speaker, the worldwide education system has been severely affected into the following shutdowns of schools and colleges since March 2020 in order to prevent the spread of virus. Conventional classroom shifted to online mode, which profoundly impacted teachers and students in the teaching process. Across India, almost all students' population have been affected due to pandemic. Honorable Speaker, this pandemic has created new series in education system. What steps have been taken to resolve this issue?
Mr. Yasin.
Madam Speaker, the access of education has been restricted to those who have resources, whose parents are educated. The sudden shift to online learning without any planning. Countries like India, where the backbone for online learning was not ready for a such curriculum, was not designed for a such format. Risk. I repeat, risk. Most of our students becoming passive learners. I demand an answer, Madam Speaker.
Mr. Adnan.
Madam Speaker, the sudden and new forceful online pattern have put illiterate parents in state of helplessness. These poor parents are unable to help their children in education. Schools are closed since March 2025 and still there is confusion as when they will open. The shutdown of school have not only made learning new thing but also made to forget what they have learned earlier. Need to be answered.
Question number 104, D. Ms. Mubashira.
Honorable Speaker, closure of schools had a huge impact on our education of girls as parents are facing financial crisis due to the loss of income. Many poor parents, especially from rural areas, are forced to stop their children to go to school, especially girl child. The midday meal provision is great blessing to the students of India. Closure of schools during lockdown mean many children were deprived and malnourished. Please answer.
Question number 104, E. Ms. Tasmia.
Madam Speaker, over 1.5 million schools across closed down due to the pandemic. A switch of the large digital scale education is not possible now. If this condition prevent for the another year, it will be a huge impact in the quality of human vision and quality of education. We request Honorable Prime Minister to answer on this serious issue. We demand answer for it.
Minister of Education, Mr. Noman, please.
Madam Speaker, education plays a crucial role in a child's life. It helps in shaping his career, contributor to the human capital and the economic growth. That we have created such a digital educational platform that students across the country, no matter where they live, they can have access to them. Our Minister of Education has held several consultations with state and UTs at various levels and has taken many initiatives to ensure that the school-going students don't lag behind with their studies during COVID-19 pandemic. So we have started some schemes like PM E-Vidya, Diksha Swayam Prabha, that no one should get excluded. भविष्य में वो असफल नहीं होगा जो परिश्रम करता है, बल्कि वह असफल होगा जो यह नहीं जानेगा कि सीखा कैसे जाता है. And I am confident that the children of today are capable enough to overcome the crisis and stand strongly and bravely to regain the lost period of the education. शिक्षा का उद्देश्य है कि युवाओं को खुद को जीवन में शिक्षित करने के लिए तैयार करना. Thank you.
Honorable Prime Minister, please.
ऑनरेबल स्पीकर, कोशिश के बावजूद हो जाती कि बिहार होके निराश मत बैठना मन को हबार, बढ़ते रहना आगे सदा हो जैसे भी मौसम, बढ़ते हैं चिटिया ने गिर गिर कर हर बार. We believe in safe and healthy India, now and of our future. Madam, I request my fellow members to cooperate and encourage our future, our citizens to use the various means of digital means for a continuity of education, and we believe in safe and healthy of our children.
Honorable Speaker, foreign guest arena.
Honorable members, I am glad to inform you that the parliamentary delegation led by HE Mr. George J. Furey, Speaker of Senate Parliament of Canada, accompanied by HE Mr. Mohammad Nasheed, Speaker of People's Majlis of Maldives, has visited us to witness the functioning of our house. We wish them a happy and a fruitful stay in our country. Now let us take up calling attention motion. Now I call upon opposition member to call attention for the Minister of Agriculture, Ms. Hafsa.
Honorable Speaker, जमीन जल चुकी है, आसमान बाकी है, सूखे कुएं तुम्हारा इम्तिहान बाकी है. वो जो खेतों की मेड़ों पर उदास बैठे हैं, उनकी आंखों में अब तक ईमान बाकी है. बादलों बरस जाना समय पर, इस बार किसी का मकान गिरवी तो किसी का लगान बाकी है. The new laws will are detrimental to our farmers. The contentious reforms will loosen rules around the sale, pricing and storage of farm produce that have protected India's farmers from an unfettered free market for decades.
Mr. Puneet.
Honorable Speaker, our farmers are mostly small and marginal. 68% of them own less than 1 acre of land. More than half of our farmers don't even have enough to sell. The populace in the poor northern state of Bihar enriched with an private trade, but there are private buyers there. Indian foray into content farming has been patchy, working on a mainly few commodities in limited geographies.
Ms. Noor Fatima.
Honorable Speaker, not surprisingly for the large number of farmers' incomes are dwindling. According to the 2016 Economic Survey, the average annual income of a farming family is more than half of India's state was hardly 20,000 rupees. Provide the guaranteed support prices, make it a legal right for farmers, and they should be extended to cover wider range of crops.
Mr. Afan.
Honorable Speaker, for long farmers have sold their crops in 7,000 odd government regulated wholesale markets or mandis. Across the country, they are run by committees made up of farmers, often large landowners, traders or commission agents who act as middlemen for brokering sales, organizing storage, transport and even financing deals. We request the Minister of Agriculture to give his explanation for the new farm laws and the motive behind it to serve the rich. You cannot undermine the pain of farmers.
Minister of Agriculture, Mr. Ayaz, please.
ऑनरेबल स्पीकर, हम आराम से बैठकर भी रोज को झलक खाने की गुजारिश करते हैं और किसान जो अपनी मेहनत से पूरे देश को खिला रहा है वो तो सूखी रोटियों में अपने दिन का गुजारा करता है. इट इज आवर ड्यूटी टू प्रोवाइड हिम अपॉर्चुनिटीज टू प्रोग्रेस एंड प्रॉस्पर. इट इज द ड्यूटी ऑफ माय गवर्नमेंट टू कनेक्ट लोकल फार्मर्स टू ग्लोबल वर्ल्ड. फाइनली आई वुड से दैट द फार्मर्स प्रोड्यूस Trade and Commerce Act 2020 will ensure better prices to farmers and a better deal for consumers.
Madam Speaker, the modern era of science and technology, the industrial sector is increasing day by day. As sector increase, our educational bill have to be changed and adapt to the environment. We aim to make an India an educational hub for the students of the world. I strongly recommend all friends to support and achieve one nation, one education.
Opposition member, Ms. Harshita, please.
Honorable Speaker, the protesting farmers have joined by their families and friends, have braved water canals and tear gas and choked the capital's boundaries. They are guaranteed prices for 23 crops and debited are varied when they are unable to pay off the loans. Now you say that your government will get out of the way and asking us to deal directly with big businesses. They did not demand for this. So why are they doing this to them?
Minister for Agriculture, Ms. Faiza Sabahat.
Honorable Speaker, there has been an imbalance between domestic demand and supply due to poor state of market facility. The government intervention was either nil or very little in agriculture segments. Thus, through the new farm laws, this market would be liberalized and more favorable to agriculture growth. Finally, I would say that the new farmers Honorable Speaker, there has been an imbalance between domestic demand and Honorable Speaker, there has been an imbalance between domestic demand and supply due to poor state of market facility. The government intervention was either nil or very little in agriculture segments. Thus, through the new farm laws, this market will be liberalized and more favorable to agriculture growth. Finally, I would say that the new Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce for Promotion and Facilitation Act 2025 will ensure better prices to farmers and a better deal for consumers.
Passing a bill. Honorable Prime Minister, please.
मैडम स्पीकर, किसानों का विकास है देश का विकास, किसानों की उन्नति है देश का प्रगति। किसानों का हित में काम कीजिए, किसानों का बेहतर बनाइए। हाँ वो हम शुरुआत करें, किसानों का आभार करें। The reforms carry seeds for farmers' prosperity and transformation of rural economy.
Minister of Finance, Ms. Arfa, please.
Madam Speaker, when we have single constitution, single citizenship, unified judiciary, common all India services, financially dependence of states, common textiles structure, then why not in uniform education system? Dear friend, Madam Speaker, it united India at the time to raise their voice against the unjust British rule. When all the states followed the design set up by the British, then why can't we have common education all over India for all children? For our mother country. Thus, I rise to support the bill One Nation, One Education.
Ruling party, Ms. Pranita GS.
Madam Speaker, India is gaining its position to become one of the top super economies of the world. We are in the competition with developing countries of the world. The different educational boards of India would lead a choice and a confusion. To compare our various boards with the various curriculum, a universal rubric may have to be created which will bring a different criteria together for the parents to be able to measure them. Thanks.
Now the House will take up the consideration of the Uniform Education Bill 2025. Now the Honorable Minister of Finance to move the motion for leave to introduce the bill. Minister of Education, Ms. Sabah Fatima, please.
Madam Speaker, the main clause of the Uniform Education Bill are as follows. I am confident that the all honorable minister members of this House will welcome the bill wholeheartedly and through it help to achieve One Nation, One Education. I now move that the Uniform Education Bill 2025 be taken into consideration.
Now the question is that be granted to the Minister of Finance to move the motion. Motion moved. Opposition Party 1, Mr. Rakshit.
Madam Speaker, I rise to oppose the bill. I don't understand whether the Minister of Education is aware of the diversity in India. We are united by spirit but divided in languages, religions, traditions and culture. I think our minister is living in dreams. How can the minister think that a common standards of education is implemented across India in tribal, rural, towns and metro cities? I demand an answer.
Ms. Noor Fatima.
Madam Speaker, as Baba Saheb Ambedkar once said in this saga shows that we may be equal as per the books of law, but practically we remain divided socially, politically and economically. I request the honorable friend withdraw the bill and let the old and present education system be followed, which is also set up by the stalwarts of education field. I strongly oppose the bill.
Mr. Prithvi, please.
Madam Speaker, I rise to support the bill. Madam, my dear opposition friend has just raised an issue and is also concerned and depressed by it. The issue is division of country, people and resource in name of culture, language, tradition and development. The education is the backbone of the development of the nation. Education unites people and places irrespective of their culture and language differences. The purpose of education is to make the individual acquire social efficiency.
Now the question is that the clause first, the enacting formula and the title stand part of the bill. Those who are in favor will say yes and those against will say no. Yes. The ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Minister of Education, Mr. Noman, please.
Madam Speaker, I move the bill be passed.
Now the question is that the bill to provide for high uniformity in education in India and for the matters connected there or with incidental there to be taken into consideration. Those who are in favor will say yes and those against will say no. The ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion moved. Next clause by clause consideration. Now the question is that the clause 2(8) stand part of the bill. Those who are in favor will say yes and those against will say no. Now the question is that the clause 2(8) stand part of the bill. Those who are in favor will say yes and those against will say no. Yes. The ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted that the clause 2(8) stand part of the bill. Motion moved that the bill is passed. Those who are in favor will please say yes and those against will please say no. Yes. The ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The bill is passed. Honorable members, the House is adjourned now to meet again tomorrow at 11 a.m.
वन्दे मातरम् सुजला सुफला मलयज शीतला वन्दे मातरम् शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी उल्लकुसुमितं ध्रुवदर्शोभिः सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्